It's Tess Thomas back again with another Artist Spotlight from the Clay County Historical and Arts Council. Thanks for watching today. We are with Rita Schwab at her beautiful home here in Hayesville, North Carolina. Rita is the owner of Earth Elements. I want to thank you for having me today.
Oh, thank you for coming. I'm very happy to be here.
Well, let's get a little background for Rita. Rita, where are you from?
I'm born and raised in Germany.
Oh, beautiful country.
Full-blooded German.
Beautiful country. I'm very envious. I was able to see a little bit of your country. It's beautiful there. What brought you to Hayesville, North Carolina?
Oh my gosh, that's a long story. I should start with what brought me to the United States.
Okay.
I had a scholarship.
Oh, nice.
And I was an exchange student to the University of South Florida in Tampa.
Wonderful.
Yes, and I just never went back home. I did go back to visit,
sure.
but of course many times, but not to live. I just liked this country and the freedom here. And like
yeah. And when was that? What year?
I came in 1973.
Did you?
Yes. And I got my Bachelor's of Fine Art in 1977. It took a little bit of time because I had some other fun.
Right. And you're a mother.
Yes.
I
raised three children, but my children weren't born until the 80s.
I see.
So
I see.
I got a master's degree after Tampa. I went and lived in Tallahassee, Florida State University, and there I studied surface design.
Surface design. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Well, surface design is the design on cloth and how to manipulate cloth. And I was actually really into natural dyes at the time.
Wonderful.
I did extract colors from roots, barks, berries, flowers, and such, and used them for dyes and surface design.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so I did that for quite some time.
Is that how you got into the fiber art?
Yeah, I got into fiber arts. I was a fiber artist for 25 years, quite successful. I was in upstate New York. I moved to upstate New York, and there I had a production weaving business, sort of, fiber arts. I did anything from wall art, wall hangings, to placemats, table linens, some scarves, clothing, and such.
I saw a couple of those upstairs in your home, and just beautiful work. I'm just really envious that you know how to do so many things in so many different mediums. You said that you've done acrylic and fresco and oil painting?
Yeah, in my heart, I've always been a painter.
Yeah.
I did the fiber art because I felt maybe I couldn't make enough money because I've been a studio artist and an educator, but I think I was wrong. Anyway, I did quite well as a fiber artist, and then I had a calamity, life changed, and I went back to painting. And I've been painting ever since about 2005.
Oh, well, we're going to take you on a little tour of this outside studio she has here and show you some of her beautiful paintings. I want to talk a little bit about how to get in touch with you, but before I go into all that technical stuff, could you tell us a little bit about why you call your company Earth Elements?
Oh, well, I've always been close to nature. I'm always inspired by nature, and we just talked about natural dyes, and it's just developed over the years. You know, I like to incorporate natural elements into my paintings, anything from roots, barks, sands, pine needles, and crushed crystals and shells, and so,
stones and soil and sand dollars.
I like to create texture.
Wait until you see these paintings. You guys are going to be so blown away like I was. She's literally using elements of the earth on the painting. So she either incorporates it in with the plaster, or you said there's an acrylic resin that she puts on top of it. So it's literally a texture. It's absolutely beautiful. I just can't wait to show you this. I want to tell you that Miss Rita is going to be at the Festival on the Square this year that Clay County Historical and Arts Council puts on every July. This year it's the 7th, 8th, and 9th. The 7th is the street dance only, that night at 7. The festival itself is for 2 days. Saturday will be 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday will be 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we really hope y'all will come out and look for Miss Rita and you'll find her there. I want to let you know that you can find her on Facebook under Earth Elements, just like it sounds. She is also on Instagram, and that handle is Earth Elements 01. And if you would like to get in touch with her, you see something today that you're interested in, she also does, I forgot to tell you that she does this clay prints of her paintings, where you can get, it's print on canvas, and she'll have those available for sale also at the festival. She teaches at the Murphy Art Center. She has a summer solstice class coming up June 21st. It's a Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And you can go to the Murphy Art Center's website and get more information on more of her classes that are coming up. Let's see. Her Gmail is earthelements01@gmail.com. That's how you would get in touch with her via email. Let me just look at my notes and make sure that we're talking about everything that we spoke of. Oh, no, I'm forgetting about Lazy Llama in Hayesville. Some of her artwork is there also. So you go in and see Rosario at the Lazy Llama in downtown Hayesville and ask her where Miss Rita's things are, and she'll show you that. So what we're going to do now, you were going to tell me about a frottage technique.
Oh, I can demonstrate some in a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
so she's going to show us that actually in progress. We're going to catch her in the art of creating. Right now, we're going to go ahead and take a second to pause here so that we can resituate and show you some of the stuff on the walls here. So stand by.
So I'll start talking a little bit about my artwork. This one is a triptych tri, meaning 3 pieces. Each one can stand alone, but it's really much more powerful altogether. It's bright yellow, floral, abstract. And the texture is engraved with a trowel, and it's a plaster, an artist plaster mixed with sand. So I really like texture a lot. The colors are acrylics. This piece over here is called Magical Forest, and it's a favorite. It's got the dark midnight blue, and you can see the moonlight shining on the trees in the dark. The bottom is the earth, and it's inlaid with rocks and sand and seed beads, and then it has crystals and glass and such, and then it's sealed with an acrylic resin. So
that's just amazing
like
to me.
3D painting.
Yes, literally. I don't know if you can capture that in the video, but this it's 3D, literally. You can see all of the elements that she's added in there. Let's move to the next one.
This one is a straight acrylic, but you know, it does have texture on the flowers where I just apply a lot of paint. But you know, it's sort of an energy painting. It was created with just
beautiful
vigor
flow,
and
yes.
you know,
you can feel the flow in there. Yeah.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
This one is one of my mandalas. I do quite a bit of round artwork called a mandala, meaning in
Look
the
at
round.
that.
This one is an inlay, a 3D inlay, of course, the large sea star here. But there's crystals, there's shells, there is metal, there is glass, and I love the moon and the sun,
gorgeous.
So I have moons and stars in it. This could also be used as a tabletop.
Right.
I have mandalas used as a tabletop. Again, it's sealed with a resin. Okay, here's another triptych. I've specialized in triptychs. This one is the aspen trees, and it's very highly textured. And this texture is created with soot from a fire pit to get these colors, and applied with trowels. And on top, the leaves, you know, are all acrylic paints, but then I added glass shards. It's actually broken glass from a window, but it does.
You can
sparkle.
see how it sparkles. Yes,
I wanted
absolutely
it to sparkle.
breathtaking.
I wanted to see the sunlight. These are a couple of masks from palm frond. I used to make quite a few of those. It's just kind of funky.
Very fun.
Another earth element aspect. This one is my musical note. I play piano, so you know, this is sort of a an applique where I take paper and I add it to the canvas, and there's many different layers of seed beads and glass and just crystals and
you can almost hear the music. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Look at that.
It's one of my favorites. I love on the salad. It hangs over my piano. Usually.
Right?
Yeah.
Some of them you just get so in love with and in touch with that you cannot bear to part with them.
This one down here is a quiet little ocean night painting. And what's special about it is that, again, the sands down here, this is not paint, this is actually sand from the beach.
Isn't that amazing?
Sand in there.
That's amazing.
It's got just a tiny little moon, and you know the light from the moon reflected.
Just
on the
beautiful.
waves.
I'm so impressed. You're so talented.
Oh, thank you. This one on the bottom here, I just painted recently at a plein air painting competition here at the Hamilton Park, which is in Hiawassee. So that's one of the first things I did this year because it just seemed like fun. But I'm really not a plein air painter like that.
Pretty though. Look at the beautiful colors.
Now this one, when I moved here, I thought, gosh, I got to do some mountain paintings, and I'm just not that much of a landscape painter. But one day when I was kayaking, I looked at that big open sky, and that just inspired me with those clouds, and I ended up painting those clouds first and texture into here, and then adding just a little bit of the mountains, like you see out of the corner of your eye when you're paddling.
Right.
And then I had to, of course,
the moon,
put
the stars.
that moon and the stars, which I love.
Oh, they all just really speak to you. I can really feel the love of your
This painting
craft.
is partially resin, so the mountains have been illuminated, by the sun, by the moonlight. So I resined it, and the rest is sealed with glossy polyacrylic.
Beautiful.
Now this painting is a kind of a little special painting. It's called Harvest. During the time when the wheat is ripe and such. So it's an acrylic painting, and there is a lot of fast work with your palette knife to get that texture. But down here where the earth is, it's also again done with sand and inlay with pine needles. So
That's amazing.
All the little lines here are pine needles, and so that texture is continued here, and then also continued here, white on white.
Just amazing.
I really like that one. Oh, and my barn painting, here I am in North Carolina, and people love barns. I just done that very recently, but I didn't know.
I love all the colors in that. My gosh.
I didn't know this painting was going to be a barn painting because I just did an abstract. I started this abstract last year, and I never really liked it, and it was actually that way. And then I turned it, and I said, oh, you know what?
Look at
I'm
that.
going to make that into more mountains here, and I'm going to put a barn into it.
I love it.
Into a barn painting.
And you can even tell that weathered wood on the barn. It's just gorgeous.
This is done with a palette knife and with my art plaster, so it has texture.
So there's art plaster on these also.
Yeah.
Amazing.
These two floral paintings I put here because they're done in a special sort of technique that I want to share with you. It's called a frottage. That's a French word, and it is like a texture painting, but what I love about it, it's very spontaneous, and it's a texture painting with plastic. So I want to demonstrate it, but if you come close, you can see the texture created with the plastic, and then after it dries, I paint into it. So those are my coleus.
Gorgeous.
And this one was some rhododendrons, and that's also done, the leaves here, that's all done with that texture frottage painting.
I'm hoping that's coming out in the video. It's just amazing, the texture. I never realized what difference it would make.
So here is a dried frottage. And it just looks like a bunch of paint that's just put on there. And it is, you know, you just push a bunch of paint around and let it dry. But if you look closer, you can see where the vase is going to be, right?
Yeah.
And the background of the florals, I'm going to put a big, I don't know, maybe a rose or something, maybe pink in here and here and here, make a large flower. The texture is already established. And I was going to show you what it looks like to do a frottage. Well, I got a little canvas here, and I was battling hornets, so I have this hornet nest paper that I thought if I put this down with some Mod Podge first, then I have like a vase. Again, there's my earth element speaking to me.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I love that. So this is Mod Podge, which is a clear drying adhesive. And all I gotta do is put this on here and maybe put a little Mod Podge on top. And of course it will be a couple of days for all of this to dry. But that's what's going to be my vase. And of course I will enhance it some with some acrylic paint and, you know, work with it a little bit. But here I got a base for the vase.
Great, amazing.
So I'm going to cover this up because it dries up fast. Then I'm going to do my frottage. And I use plastic. So let's see. I always recycle. When I open up a painting, I get this plastic and
you can reuse it, right?
Crinkle it up and I play with it a little bit. So I'm not going to need any plastic in the bottom, just in the top. And I'm going to make a bouquet of flowers. So I now have to decide what colors to use. And maybe I use a little bit of an ochre. And maybe I use, there's a little bit of a purple. And a cerulean blue. Those sound really good.
Pretty.
So, maybe the cerulean blue might be more on the top. Maybe where the flowers are. It's actually fairly thick. Maybe 5 little dots. I like to work in odd numbers.
Yeah.
In the abstract world. And then maybe we'll have some other flowers, and that color sort of matches pretty good.
Beautiful.
And then we're going to put a little purple in there. But I'm thinking of also using some green because we want foliage. Okay. And here comes the frottage technique. And it's just fun and it's amazing. I'm just going to apply this. And I'm starting to push around. And let maybe some of these paints intermix. And create a texture. Push it even further, create more shapes, maybe expand it to the side a bit. And that's just the base. Of course, I'm going to paint into it.
Sure, yeah.
So, I put this out in the sun. But this is what it looks like then. I mean, this frottage had less color, less paint.
Yeah.
So when this is dry tomorrow, I'll paint into it.
Okay.
But this is dry today.
So we can watch you do this one.
We can do a little something.
Yes.
It's very spontaneous. I wasn't really planning on it. But I'm going to, I always like to use a white base. And let's see. I think I should stay with a little blue. The lilac seems good. It's almost empty here. This is good. Now we need water on that brush. And I'm going to go ahead and get it nice and moist. And I'm going to start painting around to create a shade over the side.
Thank you so much for sharing this. I have a feeling our viewers are absolutely going to be just as enthralled as I am. I can't stop smiling. I love it.
This is the kind of thing we do in art class.
So again, Murphy.
Art class, we have fun and we create with non-traditional tools.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I want to show you one more painting.
All right, please do.
Because I love peace and promote peace and my mandalas. So this is my little peace mandala. This was part of a piece of jewelry that I incorporated. And there's crystals and there's rocks all the way around that I found here in the mountains. And
amazing.
And then these are some seed beads that are actually from Florida, juju beads. And there's the groundedness of the trees into the earth.
Oh.
And it's sealed with a resin. So this is my peace mandala. And I've made quite many peace mandalas. Not two of them are alike. And I do them on special order.
Special order only. Miss Rita, I really want to thank you for being part of our Artist Spotlight program. We're going to have you posted for some free advertisement on our website and Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And again, if you guys want to get in touch with Miss Rita, her email is earthelements01@gmail.com. Miss Rita, thank you again for having us. It was wonderful to see all these paintings and hear all of your stories. Thank you so much. If anyone is interested in being in your own Artist Spotlight, please don't hesitate to email me at CCHAC Hayesville@outlook.com. Tess Thomas, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you at the next one. Bye now.